Hey all, Bridget Bartlett here with Vision Marketing and Design, and today we are live inside of our team training where we are live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So today what I'm going to show you how to do is to send invoices using HighLevel. If you are not a HighLevel member yet, you can go to bridgetbartlett.com and sign up for a free trial. You can also check out all of my bonuses there. So, um, the the payment gateways that you can use for your invoices, okay, are Authorize.net, Stripe, and PayPal. If you are an agency owner connected to your agency account, you have the option for Stripe, but inside the sub account, you have the option for Authorize.net and PayPal as well. It's really simple to integrate. You can actually follow the instructions here to grab the API keys for Authorize.net and PayPal, or you can just simply log into your Stripe account here. So it's really, really simple. Now, when you're sending invoices, you may need to add taxes. So thankfully, I live in Indiana. We are one of the states that where SaaS is exempt from taxes. But if you're providing services or you live in a state where that is not true, or another country, and you need to add taxes, you can do that here. Okay, so just for an example, let's just add state just for the name of the tax. And then let's just say 10%. We can give it a description or a tax ID number if we want to, but adding your taxes there will make it really simple when we are creating the invoice, okay? If you have excuse me, if you have any coupons that you want to create, you can do that here. Simply choose the the percentage or the fixed amount of the coupon, and once you create that coupon, then you can use it inside your invoice if you wanted to. Okay. You also have products here. You can also use those coupons for that. You can import the products from Stripe, or you can create a brand new product. I am just going to click here. We'll just create a sample product together. So we will just say one-time service. And I'll just say digital, or actually we'll call this a service. And we're just going to call this one-time service again. And it's one time, it's not recurring. And let's just say it's 197. Okay, so let's go ahead and create that product. And let's create another product. And this is going to be a recurring service. Okay, so this might be one of the softwares that we have, or actually, let's say reoccurring subscription, because it might be a tool. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to call this reoccurring subscription again. And this is going to be recurring, and we can choose how often do we want it to reoccur, every month, year, week. We can also choose custom dates if we want to. Let's say the reoccurring charge here is $97, and we can go ahead and click create. Okay, so now we just created a one-time service and a reoccurring subscription. Any of the products that we've sold is going to show up here in the transactions, products, or subscriptions, and you can also see the ones for the test mode here. You also can see your subscriptions as well here. Here is where you're going to see all of your orders. It's really nice too. If you click inside here, you can actually view all of the data of the order. You can also check out, if we go back here to the order details, you can also view the customer. Okay, so it'll go right to the customer's profile there. So that makes it really simple to follow up. Okay, and then of course we have the invoices. So we have all the invoices, and we have recurring templates. All right, so let's click here to all invoices, and you'll see this is our dashboard, and it shows all of the invoices that we have, the due dates, how many unpaid, received, and due, and so on. Right. So let's go ahead, and if we're going to do a one-time invoice, okay, and it tells you here the difference. This is a one-time invoice. So this would be like a website that we created for a client or something like that. And then you have the reoccurring templates, which is going to send a new invoice every single month. Now, to be quite honest, I'm not a fan of invoices. I prefer to use a payment page, and then it will store their payment method on file, and then it will auto bill them That's what typically you do for software, but there are times where you do want to send an invoice. Okay, so this is a great option for that. Okay, so of course, my preferred method is the payment page, but this is a very popular method for services. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just create an invoice for a one-time product. Okay, now you can see here that it pre-fills in all of the company data, and you also can choose if you had your logo. Okay, so it's actually white here. It would pre-fill this in. My logo is actually white, or that logo template, but if I wanted to add my face there, I could. Now here, what you want to do is choose your client. Okay, so it's going to pull in all of the contacts that you have inside of your CRM. Okay, so let's say that we wanted to send this invoice to this client. It's going to pre-fill in all of the data that we have. Of course, we have the invoice number here, and you have the issue date and due date. Okay, so here is the button that they're going to click to pay, but we need to choose an item. Okay, so I'm going to choose my items here. So you see one-time service and templates. So this is only going to pull up if you choose the one time. It's only going to pull up products that you set to be one-time products. Okay, so I already had this one in here because it's templates. Templates are not something that you're going to send out an invoice and then wait for the payment and then someone pays for it, right? So that would be a one-time purchase. And then of course we have the product we just created, which is one-time service. Okay, so let's just say we have the one-time service and we only have one price for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and click save. So you see now we have that product. Now, if we want to add taxes to this, we can click here and you see we've only have the one tax that we created, but if we want to add that here, we can just click save. So now we've added our product and the taxes. You can also add a discount here. So if you wanted to make it maybe 25% off, you could do that as well. Or actually discounted. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then of course you can add any notes that you want to down here. Okay, so once you get this, set up how you want it, you can actually preview this here. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like live. So you can see it's a pretty decent looking invoice there. All right, so now let's go back here. And you can click here to copy or mark as sent. So when you click send, it's going to tell you, do you want to send the email or email and text, or email or text? And then you have these additional options here. Okay, so we have, if you wanted to just test, you could toggle that off, but it's actually live. Okay, so we could send this invoice if this was a real person. All right, now if I save this, I think it should show. Okay, I don't know why it's not showing the little pay button there. I am in my demo account, so that might be why. Okay, so you can also record the payment here. All right, and then of course you can save it and then you can send. All right, so that is a one-time invoice. Now let's go ahead and create a reoccurring template. Okay, now remember, this is the invoices. The reason they're different from a payment page is because you're going to send this invoice to the client and then you're going to wait for them to pay the invoice. Okay, so this is kind of why I don't like to do reoccurring templates. But again, it is totally up to you. I realize that there are some times when it is necessary. So when you're doing a reoccurring invoice, what you want to do is choose reoccurring. You're going to choose how often. So typically it's monthly. So we can even choose the date, the first, second, third, fourth, or last day of the month, or maybe last Friday of every 1 month we want to send our invoice. We can also choose a start date here. So maybe we want to start this on Saturday, and then we can choose an end date of maybe after 3 occurrences, okay? And then how many days before the due date do we want to send in advance? Okay, so typically 7 days in advance. And you can see first invoice will be due March 31st and will be sent on March 24th. So that gives you basically a check to make sure that you did set that up correctly. We can also add our logo here or a file if we want to. It's going to pre-fill in our company data. Just like the other one, we're going to select our client from our contact list. And now we need to choose the item. Now you can see here that we actually have all of these items, okay? So even if I chose a one-time service, it's still going to send that invoice every single month for the amount of time that we set up here, okay? So reoccurring can be for any item. All right, so let's just choose reoccurring subscription, and we only have one price for this item, so we're going to go ahead and choose that and save, okay? Again, we can add taxes if we want to or not. And of course, we could add a discount here if we wanted to make it maybe 64% off. Of course, you have to save once you do that. That's what I keep doing wrong. Let's just say that, and then we'll save. And then you can see your discount there, and then add any notes, of course. Okay, so here, of course, you can save. You can also preview. You can manage the auto payment. So manage auto payment and card info here. I think this is coming, or this might be grayed out because of the demo account. So that's something you guys definitely let me know because I literally am just seeing this option here. But you can see as I scroll over it, let's refresh here. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, it's not letting me do that for some reason, maybe because I need to schedule. So again, I could schedule the invoice out here, and then I could enable the auto payment here we go, because the customer needs a card on file. Okay, so if they already had a card on file, then I could choose that here, okay, or I could go ahead and enter that in. So that's super cool. Okay, so that will definitely, if you wanted to do the auto payment, you had their card on file, that makes it easy for you to do. Okay, so I definitely encourage you, do the auto payment if you're doing invoices. I just can't tell you enough. I've done enough chasing down payments, and it's not that people are dishonest. It's just a lot of times business owners have things on autopilot already, or it just gets lost in a bunch of emails. And so just enabling that auto payment takes a lot of stress off of you and the client. Okay. So that is how to use HighLevel to send one-time and reoccurring invoices. So super, super cool. I do want to say hello to Frankie and Maria, Website Creations, Floyd. I think it is Cy and McCall. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube. And thank you so much for joining me. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. It's free and open to everyone, so I'll see you there.